Number 12, Christine says, why didn't God punish Jacob and his mother for stealing Esau's birthright and blessing? Genesis 27. In fact, why does he love Jacob and hate Esau? Malachi 1. Thanks for your ministry. Well, okay, I don't know that God didn't punish them. We don't know that. Genesis doesn't tell us that they weren't punished for this. I'm not going to read through the whole chapter because I just read through so much stuff and time's getting on. But when Jacob plots with his mom to take the birthright, that's a complicated family situation. There's the whole idea of the heel catching that was going on and the question of where the birthright was supposed to go. Then there's the issue of Esau selling his birthright to his brother. Then there's the issue of the blessing as opposed to the birthright. And then there's the plotting of the mother. It's a very complicated, you know what it is? It's a very human situation. It's the chaos of human life and all that. I don't think we're supposed to look at it and see as like, here's the good guy, here's the bad guy. I think we're supposed to look at it and just see, here's how the salvation history that led to Christ played out in the past. So don't look for protagonist, antagonist exactly, because Jacob's not presented in Scripture as being like the good guy and Esau the bad guy. It's a little bit different than that. Now to Malachi 1, where it says that God loved Jacob and hated Esau. I have taught on this in my Romans series. When I went through Romans 9, and I got to this section in Romans 9 that quotes that passage, I went through that in great detail. I think that what's happening there is the language of love and hate is being used to say chose and rejected. And I build a case for this. I'll give you a couple quick examples. Jesus says that you have to love him and hate your father and mother. Remember that weird teaching? Well, it's weird if you think that he just means it in the normal modern sense of I hate you. But if you realize what he's saying is you must choose me even over father and mother, then you realize that Jacob and Esau present like a pivot point. They're like, which one will carry the messianic line? Which one will carry the blessings, right, that came from Abraham, Isaac, and who's next? Which one is going to carry forward the blessings? And the answer is going to be Jacob. So God chose Jacob, not Esau. But in Romans 9, the important thing there is he didn't choose them based upon works, but simply upon God's decisions. Not because of their goodness, but because of grace. He just chose him. So bringing it all together, Jacob's not the good guy, Esau the bad guy. Why wasn't Jacob punished? Well, I mean, he went through an awful lot afterwards, right? After all that, he fled. He went through all kinds of horrible stuff. Laban is like how he learns what it's like to be swindled and all that stuff. So I mean, you could say that was punishment. I don't know if it was punishment, but it was definitely suffering as a direct result of him having to flee because of what he did with Esau. So yes, I hope that helps. Why does he love Jacob, hate Esau? I think it's just saying choice. God chose one, not the other, and it wasn't based on works. That's what Romans 9, I think, is getting at. It's based on grace.